I'm recording now. Let's go over
Right.
the trades, Nicholas.
Alrighty.
Let's start with your trade with Ole Matt. You
I
gave
thought
up.
I would
Sorry.
at first heavily, but now I'm not so sure.
I think James Conner is probably the best asset in the deal. Not James Conner, Brees Hall. James Conner
Yeah,
could still be great
Did
though.
it again.
I don't think it's the end of the world.
I mean it was basically just Brees Hall for James Conner, more or less.
Yeah. Russell Gage is on the waivers, I think, right now.
Yeah, Russell Gage on the waivers, and I traded Tyler Boyd, and I think he might have been dropped. Honestly,
I think he's still on someone's team.
is he?
I'm not sure.
I think I traded him with James, maybe.
I think he's still on James's roster. I was trying to make a trade with James earlier.
Okay. What other activity happened at the end of
You traded Tyler Boyd and Elijah Mitchell for Michael Carter. Why'd you want Michael Carter? That's interesting to
I
me.
I miss I I didn't really want Elijah Mitchell. James asked for him. I wasn't really ever. I don't think I was. I don't know. I thought maybe I could just trick my brain into thinking Michael Carter was gonna be better now that Brees Hall wasn't on my team. That's actually what my thinking was. Like, oh, maybe now that Brees Hall, Michael Carter's better. But yeah, I don't know. I s- I don't care about Tyler Boyd, and Elijah Mitchell isn't gonna. I mean, he might play for me whenever he comes back, but there's a chance he doesn't. So
Yeah, I think you probably lost that one too, but that's all right.
yeah,
You did get
I
rid of
got,
an injured player, and injuries, you never really know what's going to happen.
and Jeff Wilson looks good. I don't know. I whenever I had Jeff Wilson and Elijah Mitchell, I was saying that as soon as Elijah Mitchell came back, that he would have his job back. But I mean,
I'm
they could
sure Jeff will
split.
have a role.
Yeah, I mean they could split work. I don't know. Yeah.
We'll just have to see.
Were there any? There were a couple other trades, weren't there?
Also,
Like,
Matt's name is almost my name from last year when I had Stephon Diggs.
what was?
It's I'm a dig in my butt, and he is digging into booty.
It's very close.
He probably doesn't even remember. It's pretty funny though. So
And
we
then
got,
we
yeah, Matt and Keaton's trade.
from last night.
That was a mess. So
So Dalton, Chris Godwin for Clyde and Zach Ertz.
I think I would rather have Godwin than Clyde, but some trade value apps have Clyde as being like super nice.
I don't like Clyde at all.
He's still not getting the work, which is scary. But he has been super efficient and he is on like one of the best offenses in the NFL. So it is kind of reasonable to think like what if he's just Aaron Jones? We don't
Yeah,
think
like
he's Aaron Jones, but like what if he is?
yeah. I like. I mean, I like both of the tight ends in that deal. I think they're both good.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a wash, especially with Dak coming back.
Yeah.
Ertz is probably a little better, just upside wise. Well, I guess not even, because Nuke is gonna come back.
For
But
their teams, I would say that probably helped Keaton more, considering both of those guys. I mean, I mean Godwin should have been playing for him, but or at least last week he should have probably started him over. Well, maybe not. Lazard, Penny, nah, maybe coming
but
back from it.
when
I was just
you take into
like
account that he traded Ertz right into
Chris Olave.
Chris Olave, it's an amazing trade for Keaton. I
Yeah,
think Godwin's probably the best player in the deal to get, but
yeah.
I cannot believe that trade, man. Not in
Are
the
we
slightest.
still, are we still tweaking about it, or are we have
I've
we?
accepted it, but I don't think it's rational in the slightest. You can't
Yeah,
convince me anything about why it would make sense for Alex to take, unless he
yeah.
knows something about the Saints that none of us do. Chris Olave looks crispy out there, man.
Yes, he does. And we don't. I mean, Michael Thomas could be out for like a month.
Yeah, Michael Thomas is hurt. He's playing with two like old injury-prone wide receivers, and he's gonna have Jameis chucking him the ball. You
Yeah,
know,
Jameis is the best quarterback for Chris Olave in
Jameis
the
has supported two wide receiver ones before.
yeah, he'll just chunk it.
And he threw 30 picks that year, and he still supported two wide receiver ones. Yeah, I don't. For the life of me, you couldn't convince me what Alex thought. Like he's not gonna flip Zach Ertz for a player better than Chris Olave, like he did with Muth to get like J Rob, I think, which is also like a fleecing. Whoever gave him James Robinson.
That was Griff. I'm pretty sure Griff got Zeke and somebody else for James Robinson and something.
I
It
want to
was a
go
two.
back to that trade actually. It was a two for two.
It was a two
It
for.
was Fryermuth and Zeke for James Robinson and Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, not a good trade.
No,
In fact,
I didn't think J Rob would be as. I thought J Rob and honestly,
I
I
thought
thought
that.
Alex kind of lost that initially because Jacoby
Yeah,
Myers isn't that great of a start, but what J Rob's a beast. What do I know?
yeah.
Um,
Um,
I think that's
Waiver,
everything.
meh. I mean, you have Mike Boone.
I didn't add Mike Boone. I added Pacheco.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Pacheco, or just. I do think that it. I mean, it was a big week for injuries, but
Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, people are trying to fill in quarterback holes. Sure.
yeah, the running backs that are gonna get more opportunity off of these injuries. It's not like one handcuff. It's gonna be
Yeah,
a
it's
those
not like
teams.
Dalvin Cook's out for the year and Madison's gonna be a
Yeah.
RB1.
I mean, I would have picked those guys up if I had a chance to, but I knew there was no chance they were gonna fall to me, so I didn't even try.
I wanted Algier, but did not get him. I got Pacheco off for the ad. Didn't get the claim on him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tony's still out there. If anyone wants Kadarius Tony.
Kadarius Tony or MVS rest of the season. What do you got there?
Ugh. I would rather have Tony, I think, just because I don't think MVS is going to do anything. But fantasy wise, you'd probably rather have MVS because you can chuck him in there and he'll probably get you 10.
Yeah, I don't need that though. I'm gonna go get Tony. Tony
Right
beat me
here
to
on air. Let's get it.
on air waiver claim. Well, maybe I don't know. I might not do it on air. We'll see. I have to do
Tony
everything.
could be so good.
He
Tony,
could
Tony, Tony. Who I was offering somebody for you to get Tony. I can't remember who, Freeman.
for
I
one
wanted
day.
someone I wanted to hang on to him, but then I ended up just dropping him. It was too much.
Right.
What do we think about Wandale Robinson?
I like that kid. They invested a good draft pick in him.
He
He
played
should.
for Kentucky, didn't he?
Yeah, he just like talent wise, I don't know why they like him so much. He's literally just a worse version of Kadarius Toney, but it's whoever gets the ball, you know? Doesn't
Yep.
matter how good they are if they don't get the ball.
Yep.
I'm ready to go over the games whenever you are.
Yeah, ready.
Dude,
So I
Michael and
went,
Keaton had some fucking nukes this week. Jesus.
yeah, 150 in this league with no defense and kicker. That's like the equivalent of like 170
Yeah,
in comparison.
I'm on my game.
How did you do in your pick'ems?
Oh, my
I
pick'ems? Let's see.
I'm
Let's
four
do
and
that
two. I think
first. I picked
it went,
myself to lose, which of
I
course
did
I didn't lose. Let me see.
one.
I had, yeah, that's one loss. I had you beating Freeman. I had
Actually,
Keaton beating Griff. I had
I went
Mike
three.
winning.
Not great.
Mike beat the shit out of Matt. Jesus. Derrick Henry's doing good though.
You almost doubled them up. Damn
Yeah.
near.
I think Tua got hurt, right?
Yeah, he did. Remember, he was fucking throwing up gang signs.
Yeah, that was sad. Alex beat James, and I had Brian beating Noah. I was 5-1.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Where's my pen? I want to write that down
Um,
because I did good.
I would say this went. I mean, in most of the games, the team that had the better record won.
Fuck, none of my
So
pens work. Damn it. How embarrassing.
rich getting richer, poor getting poorer so far.
Yeah, poor Logan, dude. He's super snake bit with injuries.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Did
he'll
we
give
say
me a
we're,
reason to not feel bad for him in a little bit, though.
yeah. Did we say we were gonna repowerate after this week, or are we gonna do it next week?
Uh, not Yeah, on the next one is what I thought we were gonna do.
Probably for the best because I haven't even looked at it.
Yeah, me
And
either. That takes a
so,
little bit of prep.
yeah. I would say that James's team is kind of a 75-point outing with nobody getting hurt. I don't think anybody get hurt. Got hurt in his game. That's kind of. Oh, let's see. Because most times, whenever you're the lowest score for the week, it's like, oh no, I had somebody get hurt. He did. He did not.
Yeah, let's start with this matchup. What do we do?
Who?
Box score? James
Yeah,
and
box
Alex. Let's look at this one.
score. Alex. Yeah,
Joe Burrow is pretty mid. Jamar Chase is still
do you
struggling in a nice matchup too.
want to talk about your Josh Jacobs?
I'll say he was one of my favorite draft picks of the draft. I like Josh Jacobs. Alex
Yeah,
wouldn't fork him over. I'm pretty mad. He wants to start Antonio Gibson and Josh Jacobs. J-Rob had 3 points and he still won. That's funny.
it's nuts. And then James he had no touchdowns.
CMC did good. He had 25.8. That's a lot.
Yeah, but outside of him, I don't. Oh, Jeff Wilson scored.
Jeff was solid. AJ was solid. Not the
If
upside you hope for, but
he needs Dak back badly right now.
yeah, his streaming luck has not been great.
I think he's just stuck with Carson Wentz, which is a strategy.
Yeah.
All
Tony
right.
Pollard in the flex over Josh Reynolds in that matchup, I think's suspect, but it's the Cowboys homer in him. And your boy George Kittle stinking up the joint.
Yeah, he's a left tackle now. They've said he's a left tackle, so he's a left tackle.
Yeah, I don't. Alex's studs, they were at least decent. Josh
Yeah,
Jacobs was a fucking man amongst little babies. Who knew?
he looked good running the ball.
He always looks good running the ball, man.
Yeah.
He's just kind of slow. He's got juice though.
Yeah. All right, you gonna go Brian and Noah?
Sure. So
I'm
what
going to
happened? Tom with 31? Really? I kind of
the
didn't pay
tight.
that much attention to that game.
Well,
They scored a lot of
well,
points though.
they ran the ball for -3 yards in the first half.
Jesus.
So they ran the ball like three or four times in the first half.
I'm proud
So
of
he's
this
just
pick. This is a good matchup for him. Michael Pittman sucked balls, but
yeah. Michael Pittman and Najee. It's just
Najee, I think, is kind of moving a tier down a little bit. I don't think
yeah.
rookies usually throw to running backs very much either.
No, he's gonna throw to his tight end. You know who's got
Patrick.
the fryer? I do.
The Friar.
I still love Noah's team. I think it's very solidly built foundationally.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
JJ and Tyreek combined for damn near 60 and he lost.
yeah,
The running backs let him down. He's
running
still
back.
struggling, still trying to figure it out.
He's got a. I mean, you just have to have Mark Andrews not put up 3.5 points whenever that's your second round pick.
That's fair. That's probably the biggest hole.
Yeah, it's like
Singletary's pretty solid for a RB0 running back.
for sure.
Great pick. Luca, the dog, is whining like crazy. I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Can't hear.
Good. I'm about to go beat the crud out of her.
Oh no.
Call
We're
me
well,
Mike
bleep
Vick.
that. We're gonna have we're gonna have a streaker come and protest the pod,
Yeah.
and we'll send. I don't know. Michael, did you ever play middle linebacker?
I don't think Michael played outside linebacker. He never played middle
I
linebacker.
played outside.
All right. Well,
ETN
you
kind of stinking. What was that trade with ETN?
you can
Let's
be
look
our
at
Bobby Wagner if we get a streaker
let's look at
protesting.
this trade. Uh, so Noah got ETN and Ayuk for Amari Cooper and Jahan Dotson. So
He,
far, Freeman's winning that one. Cooper's
yeah,
been better than Ayuk, and Dotson he's at least a talented rookie, you know? We could
pretty
still
sure
get better.
we praised him ET and Ayuk.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, shows what we know, I guess. You know?
Yeah,
I think it was just like the running back value.
yeah. And at
Yeah.
that point, that was really early, so we weren't sure if the James Robinson thing was just like a 1 week thing or if it was forever. But yeah, definitely.
This is like a bad look for ETN, man, because this is a really positive game script for him, and he still only
Yeah.
had 3 points.
J Rob only had 3 too, though, so it's like
The Eagles are nasty.
yeah,
Let's look at Michael shoot Matt in the head, I guess.
yeah, murder.
Shmurdered him.
Outside of Derrick Henry, his team was shit. I mean, Brees Hall was good. Bench was really good. You,
Yeah,
he's
Russ. He
also
finally benched Russ, and he dropped 30 on the bench.
he benches Clyde for Cordero and Brees Hall, and he proves him wrong again.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Plays
running back depth, honestly.
it is a lot. He plays Njoku over Zach Ertz. I mean,
That's not so bad.
no, but
Yeah, I think you start Ertz there. You drafted him like pretty highly. You're just gonna throw in the waiver guy off 1 week.
yeah, I mean, nobody was beating Matt that week. I mean, Michael that
Michael,
week. So
literally. Yeah,
even if he does make all those moves, he might still lose. I'm not going to do the math right now, but
I'm
he
pretty
might still.
sure he does.
Yeah,
Yeah, Michael's team looking scary, man. Cooper Kupp's should have been the #1 overall pick.
yeah. I saw a couple sites preseason that like had him rated like 2 or even 1. And I
I
was like, oh,
remember
I
thinking like they're dumb. I'm the dumb one. CD Lamb's been great with no Dak as well.
yeah.
TJ Hawkinson had like his best game. I saw
You know,
somewhere that was like the 8th best tight end game of all time for
you know,
fantasy.
Ray is Michael scored 160 damn near without his probably second best player, second or third best player,
Yeah, it's
and
wild.
Mister.
Yeah, man. I don't know what there is to say. Damian Pierce had a fucking big ass touchdown run too.
Yeah,
He's
like
got
70.
juice. I can't stress enough how bad the Chargers' run defense is. Like I would be waiting at the front of the line to start every single running back against the Chargers though, for what it's worth.
Yeah,
I'm good with this. You good with this?
let's go Griff and Keaton.
Sure
No,
thing.
this is
This
a high school
That's a
matchup. Griff,
tough one for Griff to lose, dude.
yeah, he needed to win this one where his team performed well and he
Spot
was.
started Jared Goff, dropped 40. That's such like a beast shot to call, and he still just didn't
I
matter.
mean, Derek. It's not like Derek Carr has been a world beater. He's been okay, but
That's fair. That's fair. Seattle's got a piss poor defense. You know the Lions do as well.
Jared Goff, top 5 QB through 4 games.
Deontay Johnson had 4 points. That's rough, man.
Is there a panic button on Deontay Johnson? Are we worried about Deontay with Kenny?
I wouldn't be worried. I think someone was talking about how like the backup quarterbacks usually have the synergy with like the backup wide receivers, and I think that's notable because George Pickens was a like fourth string or some shit in preseason, so he was catching balls from Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. So, all right. So, quick question: if you were Griff going into this next week, Kyle Pitts and Gerald Everett are both projected 10.4 points. Who are you starting?
Um, it depends
I
who they're
don't.
playing. I have to see
Let's
the
let's
match.
let's hold our audience captive and let's say that we'll answer this whenever we do preview. Actually,
Nice.
won't know what we're thinking until we tell you later.
Yeah,
Haha.
Keaton had
Gotcha.
150 and JT had 3. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Everybody everybody else just did exceptionally better than what they were, or I guess not exceptionally better, but
Well,
better than they.
that Packers game was weird as hell versus the Patriots. And Tyler
Yeah,
Higbee looks like a very strong tight end start as long as the Rams are going to be shitty. I gotta let this dog in. She's going insane.
yeah. Jared Goff loves his white, so Higby will be good as long as he's still, or not Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford. Jared Goff was the old Rams quarterback. Anyways, do we have a second person that can say shit to me while Hayden's letting a dog, so I'm not just talking to myself?
I got you.
Okay. What are your thoughts on Greg Dortch now that Rondale Moore is back? Is his value plummeting?
Greg Dortch.
Gregory Dortch.
Yeah.
I think a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he had 13, 15, and 17, and then as soon as Rondale Moore comes back, he has
Whenever
or get 6 yards.
whenever D Hop comes back, the Cardinals are gonna have a scary wide receiver core.
Yeah, for sure.
I think so, but I don't think they're supporting 4 fantasy relevant wide receivers, you know?
Yeah.
And you know Greg Dortch isn't top 2.
No, he's not, and he'll probably. I mean, he'll be a fine, maybe bye week play if one or two of those guys is hurt, like Rondale Moore was last year whenever they had Christian Kirk. But nah.
Yeah. That's where I'm at.
All right, you gonna go to my game or your game?
Let's go to yours. Keep going to the left.
All right,
Got Captain Kirk. Shit the bed in prime time.
that
I
was
called
big.
it. Lamar was mid as hell too.
Yeah, I mean, he had that many points in the first half, so like he had 13 and a half in the first half, and then they just didn't score again. So, my running backs scraping by to double digits. Pass catchers really saved me this game.
Yeah,
For
DK.
sure.
He didn't even score a touchdown. He had 21.
He
That's
did.
a nice game.
He did not score a touchdown. He just had 160 yards, damn near.
As like a fantasy weapon, you could probably do better than Debo. Like there's better receivers out there than Debo. But as
But
like a player
yeah,
on the football field, I love that guy. He's
yeah,
I don't even have him on my team, but he's just fun to watch, man. He wrecks havoc out there.
for sure.
He's too damn big.
Miles
Amari had 2. That's pretty crazy.
Miles Sanders, are we buying in, or are we gonna call fluke? How
You
many
know?
times did he score above 25?
Ooh, maybe one
It was a
more.
rain game.
It was a rain game, but also they're going to be efficient running the ball. I think it's just a matter of if he scores 2 touchdowns again, which I don't think he will, but
It's 27 carries. That's so many.
that's a lot of carries actually. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
that many. Yeah, I mean he got that many carries because they got up early. It was raining, obviously, but the 2 touchdowns is the biggest deal to me. I think he's probably not going to get that many.
Yeah.
It conjures thoughts of like Lamar Jackson winning the MVP and Mark Ingram being like the RB11 or some shit. Miles Sanders is a lot better than Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram scored like 18 touchdowns or
The
some
comp.
crazy amount.
What are we
Yeah.
thinking about the Tampa Bay running back situation? We got Rashad White, Leonard Fournette.
That shit was weird, man.
Very weird.
They
Very,
couldn't
very
run the
weird.
ball at all. And their
Len-
offensive line isn't bad, but it's not like a cohesive unit, and they're missing the entirety of their inside.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Freeman, as their manager, not their owner? You don't own them.
Lenny did his best impression of Austin Eckler this week, and
Yeah.
How many targets did he have? I think he had like 1 million.
he was 7 for 7.
Yeah.
I hope the pass game stays up, but he needs more than 3 rushes a game.
Yeah.
They just gave
Yeah.
up on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he had I don't know, his first rush was very efficient, and he got lost some yards, and then they just stopped running them. Yeah.
Pretty decent game from your side. Waddle got hurt, and Amari Cooper pooped the bed.
I mean, you would have beaten half the league. Well, not half.
A decent amount. It wasn't horrible.
Yeah. That's probably about league average is about 108 every week.
Yeah, I like where I'm at. I mean, I feel like this week was a little weird. Cleveland ran the ball a lot, and I think Amari's in a lot better of a situation than he was in Dallas.
You picked
So,
up Deshaun Watson awfully early. He's got 6 weeks till he's done being suspended.
Just stashing him. I wish I could put him on the IR, but
That's why I picked him up that day that you picked him up. I picked him up like 4 hours earlier because I was like, I wonder if I can put him on the IR, and I realized you couldn't, so I dropped him again. But Yeah.
I actually talked to Noah about that, and he was like, "Yeah, I would stash Deshaun in your situation." And then we got to talking about QBs, and I had a pick up for Jared Goff in, and he was like, "You want a QB? I'll throw you Kirk in for Thielen." I was like, "You know what? Let's do it."
Yeah, it
It
cost you the
ended up biting
game.
me in the ass.
That's all
Yeah.
right. Maybe Deshaun will be like the QB1 when he comes back. Who knows?
All right, we'll finish up with you and Logan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pretty
All right.
gross.
Yeah, I mean, you both had one player have a good game. Really, you had T, he had Kyler. Everybody else was mid as fuck. Aaron Jones had a good real life game, but
Yeah, he like ran all over the place. I was
yeah.
pretty saddened when he only had 14 points.
Are you happy with your tight end situation? How it's going right now? You're kind of uh, I'm not gonna say struggling because they put up okay points every week, but
I mean, I drafted who did I don't even remember who I drafted Njoku actually, and I got more points than Darren Waller, so
that is true. That's how the tight end position's so goofy. Is you can start a guy like Pitts, Waller, or in this week Mark Andrews, and he gets like 3 points, but then Tanyan will catch one touchdown, and it's like, all right, I outscored him by 7. You know,
yeah, it's like the investment versus the cost. I was actually, yeah, the Chiefs almost like fucked me the game. If they'd have won by
but
like 21 or something, I think I would have
yeah,
lost because they scored so
25.
many points.
Yeah, because I was doing the math in the fourth quarter with Logan because he was like, he basically said he was going to lose during the middle of the 3 o'clock games,
Yeah, he sent me GG, and I was like, I don't know if it's GG.
and then with like 6 minutes left in the fourth, I was like, hey, if you win by 25 and they score 49, you win. And I got his hopes up for like 2 minutes, and then they threw a pick or something. But
What the hell happened with Khalil Herbert? That was a rough game.
what was his rushing yard total? 19.
77. He just didn't score.
He didn't score and he only caught one ball. I mean,
Yeah, the Bears. The Bears. They don't throw the ball. Herbert doesn't catch the ball either.
yeah. Considering that Logan played that game without Michael Thomas, Kamara, and I mean, I guess Dobbins might start now for him, but
Yeah, he probably is starting now that Javante's out as well.
0-4. Both of the 0-4 teams are better than 0-4.
I agree with you. I think Griff's team's actually pretty nice. His wide receivers just shit the bed.
Yeah. And he's got depth too, like literally 4 out of the 5 or 5 out
Melvin
of 6.
Gordon's like a great guy to have right now as well.
Yeah. Like like there's teams that would be happy with Gerald Everett or Kyle Pitts as their tight end. Zeke could be a couple of teams RB2. DJ Moore could definitely start for some flexes. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's
he's
got some
deep.
pieces. So has to make a move.
Okay, let's go to week 5.
All right.
We'll start with me and Michael. 3-1
Uh,
versus 4-0. Michael's like number
oh,
1 in points for by a lot though.
yeah. I'm gonna probably lean Michael before even looking at matchups, just because his team is. I mean, he's projected to outscore you by 20, which is insane.
Yeah, that's a
And
fuckload.
considering how the point projections are in this league so far,
Michael's like a bad matchup wise for me, just because. Well, I don't even know. I think it's just a better team now that I think about it.
I mean,
My
it's
biggest
not.
advantage is Jalen Hurts, and that's pretty neutralized by Josh Allen.
I mean, it's not like you're having to defend him. I know that. Right.
Michael,
Yeah,
yeah, Mike's receivers just across the board are gnarly,
they're. I mean, he has 3 wide receiver 1s right now.
and I
In
think
my,
as long as Amonra's out, T.J. Hawkinson will be like pretty good.
he's basically got a tight end handcuff for his floor.
Wide receiver, yeah, or his flex.
It's weird. And he probably has sneaky the one of the best head coach spots too,
Obviously, gotta be. It doesn't
and
really
a
matter, but
top two quarterback, if not one.
I think Damian Harris is might have 2 touchdowns this week. So there's
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Detroit couldn't
Prediction.
stop anything. Couldn't stop
Yeah,
me running through their defensive line, maybe.
I'm also thinking about starting my New England running back
Ramondre, I might start him too.
because I mean, if they get up, they're just gonna pound the fucking rock,
Yee!
and there's enough to go around. They're gonna run the ball 30 times probably.
I hope Gabe Davis gets on track, but I could totally see the Bills like shitting down the throats of the fucking Steelers and Kenny Pickett having like 2 picks and being bad. They really
Yeah,
don't
and
need
you're
him.
Andre Swift, which sucks because like that's, I mean, if not your
This would
best
be a
player,
nice week for me with DeAndre Swift, honestly. I could
yeah,
start Damian over Gabe Davis. I wouldn't mind doing that at all.
yeah,
Just bench him till I see him do well.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
Mike's. I
sure.
don't even need to go over the matchups for Mike's team. Like
He's just
all of
got
his wide
stuff.
receivers are matchup proof.
The only spot where you're kind of like, oh, I would rather not start a guy is Cream Hunt. Like that's the only guy where you're like, oh, I guess I could do better. But with all those other players, it's like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll get more carries against the Chargers or no?
What do you mean?
His run defense is shit. So
Yeah, just like them getting up and then just having Kareem Hunt in more than Chubb.
Let me see
well,
Nick Chubb's rushing prop this week. I bet it's like 98 yards or something.
thing is with Hunt is he's gotten like 14 or 15 touches a game. He just hasn't
Really?
popped it or scored a touchdown yet.
It's only 90 yards. I
And
bet you Chubb gets more than 90 yards.
week one, he scored 2 touchdowns. And since then, he's had similar games. He just hasn't found the end zone.
Yeah, I mean he's still getting the work. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yeah.
He's on a team with Jacoby Brisket, man.
Very true. Sorry to say I'm picking Michael. I don't know if you want to pick yourself. Last week, not picking yourself worked out well for you. So the reverse
I
jinx.
think I'm gonna pick Mike, but I could totally see myself winning. I like my matchups this week.
Have to have that mentality going in every game.
Always, always. I'm dangerous. Who we going to? We going to you next?
We're gonna go my game.
This is a closer projected game at least.
Yeah, that trade made it a little bit closer. I had a better projection until he got Clyde and fucking Chris Olave in there.
Damn, oh yeah, I guess. Jesus, that's. I was like, well, at least he's not starting Clyde because he's got JT. But now Clyde just slots right in there.
Yeah,
Keaton's team all of a sudden has depth. Really didn't before.
no, not at all. Now he does.
He's got JT and Rashad Penny chilling.
Yeah, his team looks good. I mean, I like me to win. I think I've got good matchups, but
Lamar, the Ravens versus Cincinnati should be a fun game.
yeah, it should be.
Ramondre is probably gonna kill some people out there.
I need
Nick Chubb's only projected 18.
running back too.
I wonder what his touchdown prop is. Like anytime touchdown, Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb might have been drafted a little late. Him and Saquon both were kind of fell too far, probably.
Saquon didn't fall that far.
He was like
Also,
7.
Nick Chubb doesn't catch the ball. He just scored a lot. He's never scored this much. I don't know if he'll keep up the touchdowns with Jacoby Brisket, but
He scores like half of the touchdowns for that team, or at least like 33%. So far, or at least the last 3 weeks, Chubb has scored 100%, which is 5, to Hunt's 0.
yeah, I think that should balance out a little bit. Kareem's got a nose for the end zone too.
Yeah. They
Like-
used to take out Chubb to put in Hunt on goal line plays.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to me, but I mean they're both like amazing, so It's a weird situation. We got Muth versus Buffalo. That could honestly be a decent matchup because he's going to be the short yardage guy.
I mean, they're going to have to throw the ball to win that game. There's no way that they're going to run Najee Harris into that wall all afternoon
Right.
and win. So the pass attempts are going to be up, which, I mean, I hope that helps Patty.
Mike
I mean,
Williams should probably eat versus the Browns as long as the weather's not bad.
yeah, I'm going to say that I'm going to win, but I think this is a coin flip, honestly.
Clyde versus the Raiders. Raiders defense. I'm going to go with Keaton, honestly. I
Yeah,
like
I'm
all
gonna
his matchups. Chris Olave versus Seattle might be a 30 burger to make Alex cry.
fucking gave Hawkinson up 200 yards damn near.
Yeah.
Pass defense. I mean, they're the worst defense in the NFL right now.
It's them and Detroit. They're neck and neck, man.
Yeah.
I got Keaton. You got yourself.
Yeah, I have to.
Let's roll.
You're gonna go Logan, the Logan Bowl.
Yeah, who's the best Logan at fantasy football? Record doesn't matter. This is winner take
Right.
all.
There, this is for all the marbles. So, honestly, I was telling Logan earlier this week that
Which
Javante
Logan?
Chamberlain.
Yeah.
I was telling that Javante trade might not hurt him that much in the long run.
Maybe. I'm not super
Because
sure.
if David Montgomery plays like he had through the first 3 weeks and you keep starting Javante over him, maybe that hurts you more weeks than it helps you. I don't know.
I doubt it. I think Javante was gonna. I had faith in the Denver offense to kind of figure it out a little bit.
I put a positive spin on it. Also, Logan's bench right now is disgusting.
Chamberlain,
Yes, very, very gross.
Elijah Moore. That's not that bad. Elijah Moore. I don't know. He's like
I
a
think,
stash. You don't want to start him. I like Robert Woods as a stash. Michael
yeah,
Thomas will play eventually.
I don't know. Just looking at other people's benches and then looking at his as we go through games.
Mine's kind of shit too. So.
Uh, I guess with Traylon Burks out, Robert Woods is the de facto wide receiver one, like for sure.
Yeah.
So that is, but Logan was very upset with Brian dismissing his Naeem Hines for one of his bench wide receivers
Yeah.
trades.
That was weird.
He was flipping it, and I was like, yeah, it's probably not that bad of a trade based on value, but nobody wants Elijah Moore and Robert Woods right now aren't big like eyeball popping wide receivers.
Yeah, I'm with that. I don't know. That's interesting though, because Naheem Hines, even if he's not getting more than 15 touches a game.
No, because they're not gonna use him like they use Jonathan Taylor.
Exactly.
It's like Jonathan good the last 4 weeks, anyways.
Oh, Freeman's got the Teddy Bridgewater, Jalen Waddle stack. That's fun.
That's fun.
I gotta go Freeman here. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna lean Freeman just because I don't know what's going on with Montgomery, Kamara, or Dobbins' injuries, but they're all questionable. Kamara got ruled out late last week, which was weird. Yeah, I'm gonna go Freeman, I guess.
Devontae versus KC. That might be
Leonard Fournette versus Atlanta could be a matchup to get him right.
running the ball. Yeah, I agree. Miles Sanders should be great against Arizona.
And then Waddle versus the Jets. Ooh, Sauce. Wait, does Sauce travel or does he just take one side of the field?
I think he just plays one side of the field.
Anyways, Sauce Gardner's going to lock up Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. First big test.
That's a big ask, man.
No, he's got both of them.
He's got it on lock.
Yeah.
Center field.
I appreciate Freeman also starting his best player in his flex. I think that's a good strategy. Really strikes fear into the opponent's heart.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Michael was doing that for a while too.
I was doing that just because Debo played like in a late primetime game both weeks that I had on the
Yeah,
first,
as you
and
should.
now there because he is a flex in real life,
Goofy goober Nicholas.
flex spot.
He's literally a flex, guys. I have to play him there.
Yeah. So are we both going Freeman? Is
I'm
that a
going
death?
Freeman. Freeman's taking the dub. We can't jinx it.
Mm, we could.
I believe in him. Jalen Waddle's gonna have a get right game.
Yeah, we can both go there.
That's what I'm thinking.
You gonna go Griff and Alex next?
Yep. Ooh, Jared Goff in New England. It's not like the weather's gonna start to get bad in these games, which is gonna make the predictions kind of rough.
Yeah. Um,
It's interesting. J.
Griff,
Rob, that's a great matchup versus Houston.
yeah, Griff's running back matchups are kind of brutal.
If Jamar Chase has a bad game and T. Higgins has another good game, do we rank T. Higgins above Jamar Chase? When do we
I think
start to do that?
T. Higgins has outscored Jamar Chase in their careers whenever they were both playing at the same time.
Right. Like I know people were legitimately making the argument for that stuff in the draft that like T. Higgins will be the one and get more targets, but they'll be like less efficient with them.
Yeah.
And you like blow them off a little bit, but to see the results actually happening makes you question it. I'm sure Jamar Chase will go for like 11, 180, and 2 at some point and laugh, but
When will Alex decide he doesn't want to play Antonio Gibson
he loves
anymore?
Antonio Gibson, bro. I swear. He started him over Chris Olave 2 weeks in a row.
He trick y'all, man.
I would literally start Zay Jones or Jerry Judy over Gibby.
He's averaging like legitimately like 3.25 per carry.
Yeah,
Gibson.
Brian Robinson's coming back this week. I don't know if he is actually, but when Brian Robinson comes back, Gibson is done. He is not going to
I
be
would
relevant. If it,
Judy, Mostert, and maybe Jacoby Myers over Antonio Gibson right now. Personally.
really, you're digging
Yes.
deep on the bench. I don't know if I'd go that far as to start Mostert, but
I mean Mostert's the RB1
their
there.
usage is weird, bro. I don't know.
He's
Like Chase Edmonds is only getting red zone targets, but he's like
yeah,
200 pounds.
yeah, they're scared that Mostert's gonna blow out his knee in the red zone. You
I,
can't have
I
that.
guess it doesn't make any sense to me. I would start Ertz over Antonio Gibson.
He said he was gonna flex him.
I was like, bro, yeah. For the life of me, you couldn't convince me why you would make that trade, unless someone's lined up to pay like crazy prices for Travis Kelce and he wanted a good tight end. But
Uh,
whatever. What's this matchup? What you thinking, man?
I'd like to think that Griff's gonna win, but I just don't see it this week at all. I think Joe Burrow and Jamar have pretty good games. I think his running backs have exceptional games.
I'm starting Gerald Everett over Kyle Pitts this week, by the way.
Yeah,
Gerald Everett's got the Browns. Kyle Pitts has Tampa.
yeah. I mean, Gerald Everett has outscored him in basically every game.
Yeah.
Like honestly, outside of week 3, maybe whenever he had 4.5 points, I think he's outscored him every game. Yeah, yeah. Week 3 was the only week he scored more points than him, and outside of that, Kyle Pitts hasn't scored 4. I think I'm
Can
starting.
y'all hear me?
Yeah. What's
What?
up?
Did we decide on a playoff thing, or I was a little late to this?
I
So
think we're doing 1 week
okay,
playoffs, just because the buys would
gotcha.
be stupid.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
All right, let's get back to it.
you're good, dude.
Yeah. Sadly, I think I have to pick Alex. I'd love to see Griff get his first win, but
I
I don't.
hate to see him taking these L's, man. His team's not that bad.
No, he's just they haven't melded yet. He's still working on their team chemistry.
Curtis Samuel, I don't. I wouldn't want to be starting him. Could he start anyone over him? He's got a
But
bunch of like guys that you'd rather not start, but are like decent players and should get better.
Samuel's targets, it makes it hard to not start him.
Right. He's not a bad start. Tennessee's a good matchup too.
I mean, I guess you could start DJ Moore or Melvin Gordon over him.
Honestly, I might start Melvin Gordon versus Indy over him.
Yeah.
I think
I
I'd do
mean,
that. I definitely think I'd do that actually.
have ran the fuck over Indy, haven't they? Or am I
Yeah,
tripping?
Indy has had a horrible defense. Shaquille Leonard got hurt again, and he's like their only player.
Shaquille Darius Leonard.
Yeah, there goes that man again, the master of the peanut punch.
Yeah, so I don't always have this, but I'm going Alex.
Yeah, I like
With
Alex too. The Jamar Burrow stack, I think,
yeah,
is gonna do it for him. I'm predicting 25 from Jamar.
it's fair. All right. Noah and Matt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Noah's projected a lot too.
Jesus, yeah, he is.
I don't think that ETN will score 10 points though. So that's I mean he's done it once.
That's so weird, dude. Everything would lead me to believe that he'd be getting like 5 targets a game, 5, 6 targets a game from Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence
Yeah,
has looked good though.
I like the moves that Matt's made for his team the last couple weeks, but he just I don't know.
Derrick Henry's figured it out.
Yeah. Derrick Henry has figured it out. In his target share, I saw something.
Yeah,
He's
it's
got
insane.
target among running backs in the last 2 weeks at like 20%.
It's fucked up.
If you just get Derrick Henry the ball in the open field instead of having to deal with like dudes diving at his feet in traffic, he's so good.
Okay, at this point, if you're Michael, would you rather have Josh Allen or Russell Wilson, Derrick Henry, and James Conner?
Uh,
That was the trade offered to Michael, and Michael turned it down. Let's reevaluate a couple weeks later.
or Russell Wilson, Derrick Henry, and James Conner.
Yeah,
I think I'm taking the three.
Russ wasn't a part of the trade at the time.
I bet you could have gotten him. That's what I'm saying. Also, you're gonna give something back anyways, because you didn't have that much roster space. Like you could
Yeah,
have, I think you could have thrown in somebody and gotten Russ. I mean, either way, you're starting Trevor Lawrence. Like you have another quarterback if you don't want Russ.
yeah. I would have considered it for sure, especially with how his running. I mean, his running backs are fine. Damian Pierce is very good, but that's a lot of value.
Yeah, that's
I
what
know that quarterbacks with the 6 point per touchdown, whenever you have a top three quarterback or top four in this case, because I mean, right now Mahomes, Hurts, Josh Allen, and Lamar through the first 4 games have been like different.
yeah, difference makers for sure.
But I don't know.
I I almost see the argument for Michael and Josh Allen being that good, but I just know that if it was offered to me for Hurts, I could not turn that down. There's no way.
Somebody wants to give me two top 15 running backs for Lamar Jackson. Let's hear it.
Right.
Act-
Josh Allen's got the mystique though. Like I think in reality they're like almost identical in value between Jalen Hurts, Lamar, and Josh Allen.
yeah.
There's like a little pip of difference between them, but
Yeah. My special little trade value chart and see how far away they are since we're having this discussion. Those are the top three, though, I'm pretty sure. Or Mahomes, too, is in there. But yeah, it's not, it's like the gap between like Cortland Sutton and DK Metcalf. That's the gap between um, Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts. Not
yeah.
that much.
Or Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase is what this says.
Yeah. It's like that's not enough to be like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. They're close is all.
Yeah.
I think I'm going Noah here. This team's too good.
Yeah. He's got the wide receivers as long as they get. Jeez. Mark Andrews, great matchup. Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill. Those are all plus matchups. He literally, I don't think he has one minus matchup in his entire team this week.
Christian Kirk's got a good matchup.
I don't see one.
Me either. Russell
May-
Wilson versus Indy, that could be a get right game for the Broncos.
Maybe Devin Singletary against Pittsburgh, but I don't really think that's that bad.
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think Devin Singletary is kind of matchup proof. I just don't think he has ceiling like ever.
Yeah. Well, 'cause he's not going to get 20 carries ever. Or he's
Yeah,
not going to do.
and he's not gonna score 2 touchdowns ever.
Yeah. But he's involved in the passing game, and he's the number one running back for a high profile offense.
For sure.
But yeah. So I'm going Noah. You going Noah?
I'm going no as well. Team is too good top to bottom.
Yep. All right. We're looking at Brian's team, and he is sitting Najee Harris. It looks like
Oh my God. Really?
starting AJ Dillon and Jamal Williams.
I agree with starting Jamal over Najee, but
I don't think I'd be starting AJ over Najee. I do not think I would be.
they are playing Buffalo. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Buffalo in Buffalo. I said Kenny Pickett's probably gonna get murdered.
Honestly, I might start Naeem Hines in that flex though.
Yeah. Naeem Hines. Denver's got a good defense. Thursday night game.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's an interesting question, honestly. They're close.
and it's not like Najee has set the world on fire. He hasn't been that. I mean, he's been fine. He's in that James Conner camp right now, where it's like, hey, you're getting 15. You're getting like 14 to 18 carries a game.
That's crazy.
More with this.
He got drafted before like Saquon and Aaron Jones.
Yeah,
He's not
luckily,
getting the carries.
I mean, he
He's
was
looked
drafted.
decent. I don't know.
I mean, he's been fine. He hasn't. I mean, it's not like that offense is good either, so it kind of sucks.
Yeah. That's why I kind of strayed from him. I kind of like the start, honestly. I'm with it. I think AJ Dillon should go for at least 4 per carry.
It just caught me off guard seeing Najee on the bench
For sure.
whenever I clicked over to that matchup because I don't think he was earlier today. I think if Keenan Allen plays, James has a shot, but if Keenan is out again,
Kittle's projected 9.
who?
Kittle is projected 9 points.
I'm not surprised.
That's wild. I'm surprised.
Not getting targets. He's just not.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, Christian McCaffrey in San Francisco was disgusting.
That's pretty fucking rough.
Brian, just based off that, I don't need to look at the rest of his matchups. Yeah, no, he's.
Baker's gonna be terrified back there.
And I mean, the Rams running backs combined for like 16 carries for 26 yards or something nuts.
Yeah, San Francisco's got one of the best defenses in the NFL, like top 3, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm going Brian. Heavy. Somebody wants to take that bet against me. I'll give you the -8.
I'll spot you the -8. Brian's
Yeah.
gonna cover.
You can have the points. I'm taking Brian with the points on this one. Best bet of the week.
So, James is 1-3.
Yeah.
Who are the winless
James-
teams? We both predicted the winless teams to lose again, right? I had Griff losing to Alex, and then Logan.
we kind of went chalk this week, I think.
Did we all go the same?
I went Michael, me, Freeman,
Our only
Alex.
difference was you picked yourself to win versus Keaton.
Alex, Noah, Brian.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, we went chalk, heavy chalk. I mean, the only game that was really like super close in projections were the Logan Bowl and then
Your game's
me,
close. Yeah.
Keaton. Yeah, the rest of them were pretty big gaps in terms of projections. Which I mean, projections they matter, but also like it's just a general like
Idea.
rankings.
Jesus. Fantasy Pros has me as the 10th best team in the league. Rest of
Nice.
season.
Not great.
Not great at all.
Little
Brian still won. That's kind of crazy, honestly.
I think a little sneak peek of power rankings. I think James is going to be bottom 4 for me.
You're not liking James's roster?
Not even a little bit.
Him
I
getting
don't
rid
know.
of Brees Hall looks really bad now.
Hey, he's got Jeff Wilson.
I guarantee you Jeff Wilson isn't ranked nearly as high as Brees Hall.
Oh, no, he's not. Not at all.
Yeah, that's a bad one. Where it just looks bad, like the next week it looks bad.
Yeah, I'm worried that my James Conner Brees Hall trade is going to look bad soon.
That's crazy. I can't believe the algorithm likes his team more than mine. Whatever.
Fucking algorithm. You can't trust him.
Bro, Fantasy Pros has Goddard as the number 4 tight end rest of season.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I don't know.
who would? So
Definitely
traditionally,
Waller, definitely Kelsey, definitely Andrews.
well, yeah,
Right, we're not debating those three.
and then you have Pitts and Kittle and
Ertz? I might rather have Ertz than
Ertz.
Goddard.
Dare I say Fryermuth?
Muth at 9 feels low.
I think he's more like 7 or 8, but it's not really a good deal.
Yeah. They're all mid after Kelsey and Andrews, honestly. Which is kind of what we thought. Which is why I'm glad I didn't reach on any of the mid-round guys.
Yeah, I didn't really reach. I was gonna reach like a motherfucker on Dalton Schultz.
Really?
I was gonna take him at like 60 if he was there.
Really? Yeah, I wasn't going near him there.
I
Let me
was tapped
see.
in on the Schultz,
When
but
did
he went like 50 something.
Higbee off the waiver wire? Like we all could have got Tyler Higbee.
Higbee and Everett were both off waivers. Fun fact: I dropped Gerald Everett before the Thursday night game where he scored a touchdown, and I told Griff before the game, I was like, "Hey, I just dropped Gerald Everett if you want to go get him."
Damn.
And yeah, now he's probably going to be his starting tight end. But because I was like, no, I'm gonna rock with Dawson Knox. That's my guy. And then I had to make a trade to not rock with Dawson Knox.
The Bills are weird, man. Hopefully Gabe Davis balls out. People keep talking about how he's like a buy low, and I'm like, oh man, I guess he has been kind of bad. I just haven't noticed because I've been winning.
Yeah, winning sometimes masks your struggle, and it's like, oh, I don't need to make a trade, or I don't need to worry about this guy because I'm winning.
I've been trying to
But
make
then,
trades, but hasn't worked out.
yeah, if I said this yesterday, I said send me trades. Nobody sent me any fucking trades. I started fucking sending trades to each other. I missed out on all the trades. I don't know who's still in here. It's just us three now.
That's all right.
I'm here.
So Noah was trying to trade me him earlier today. He was asking me if I would take Thielen or Ayuk for Romeo Dobbs.
That just doesn't make sense.
And I was like, why would I trade my wide receiver 2 on a team for a wide receiver 2 on a different team with a worse quarterback?
You see, those are the trade. Yeah, it's like what is the rationale? But I guess sometimes people accept them. So
Like the Jeff Wilson Brees Hall trade was a similar trade to that, where it's like, hey, do you like this guy more than that guy?
it's just
I don't know.
lateral. That one
Yeah.
made a little bit of sense because Jeff Wilson is going to be on an efficient offense and is going to get the work. But it's still like, why wouldn't you just hold Brees Hall? You know, just wait a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you make of Julio Jones, Nicholas?
I think he'll be impossible to ever play because he's gonna just keep getting injured. And I think whenever him, Mike, and Godwin are all three out there, I think you could start all three of them. But I wouldn't be happy about ever starting Julio.
Sure. That's kind of where I'm
I
at. I kind of wish I dropped him a couple weeks ago for somebody else, but I've been
I
holding
would
him.
love to have him as like a handcuff to one of my guys. You know what I mean?
But what use is a
Like
handcuff if he's always hurt?
yeah, but like if I had Godwin or Mike Evans, like that's like I was trying to trade for Godwin a couple weeks ago whenever I had Russell Gage, because I was like, if Godwin's out, then I have the slot wide receiver. I have Gage, and that's cool. But if he's healthy, then I have Godwin, and I was trying to make that work, but it didn't end up working out. Now I don't even have Gage. Is Gage on a team right now?
Nah, he's on the waivers.
Yeah, I mean he should be on the waivers whenever the rest of the team's healthy. But
Matt Stafford is rostered in 85% of leagues, and he's not rostered in ours.
I don't think he should be rostered in 85% of leagues right now. I thought that at the beginning of the season, but now I don't.
I'm
And
with
he
you.
has
He's been bad.
be closer to like a I don't know who's rostering about 60% of leagues. Like, what kind of quarterback is rostering about 60% of leagues? I'm about to
Like a
find
Geno Smith.
60. There's no way Gino's rostered in 60% of
Russell
leagues.
Wilson is wait no
Yeah, Gino's rostered in 24.
Trevor Lawrence rostered in 62%.
And you'd rather
Jared
have
Goff,
T-Law. I'd rather have T-Law.
yeah, right now, yeah, for sure.
Kirk's rostered in 70. That feels about right.
Yeah, I mean,
Matt Stafford's a matchup dependent, like streaming quarterback until further notice, I think.
yeah, he's just
Jesus, his schedule's rough, dude. Dallas, Carolina, bye week, San
well
Francisco,
because they're
Tampa.
playing the Super Bowl champion schedule. It's a harder schedule.
Is it really?
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's like skill based matchmaking.
That's fucked up. Everyone's always like Super Bowl hangover, Super Bowl hangover. They just give them harder fucking teams to play.
You know what's a weird stat I'm looking at right now? Is Zeke is like a top 20 rostered running back. Like Zeke is rostered in more leagues than Brees Hall.
I think that just speaks to the casual nature of it, you know?
There's a
Brees,
lot of Cowboy fans, so
he's rostered in more leagues than Josh Jacobs. How does it make you feel, Hayden?
It's sad. I want
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, man.
It's a sad day. It's a bad day.
There's 1% of leagues where DeAndre Swift isn't rostered.
I want to be in those. Find me those leagues.
Antonio
It's
Gibson's rostered more than Brees Hall. That's crazy.
yeah, that's nuts. There's a chance that by week 17, Antonio Gibson's on the waiver wires.
I'm with it. He should like
I don't
almost be there right now,
Wow. Pump the brakes.
I guess.
There's a man still recovering from gunshot wounds that has to take his job
That
first.
shit is crazy, dude. He's about to play. He rocked back.
You know what's also nuts? Jamal Williams is rostered in more leagues than Damian Pierce and AJ Dillon.